I don't want to put a dampener, on this, and I believe that as the conversation progresses, perhaps our second guest will be able to shed a little more light on the precedent of those who have been now put in office. Even though immediately their names came out, certain things did come out as well in the media space, but I'll leave our second guest to do that. Nonetheless, you've talked about realistic expectations, and you've placed a huge responsibility on the shoulder of the president. The first question will be, did he live up to that? I mean, do you think that largely we did not really need to change? Because one of the things that people were talking about when this clamor for change of service chiefs was on was, what are the new ones coming to do that these old ones haven't done? I mean, it's the same system, it's the same handicaps you're going to be facing, and it's the same president. So if the leadership style hasn't changed, what can Nigerians realistically expect?
Well, you can't say the change doesn't translate into much. First of all, the ones who have just left have overstayed. When you overstay in a hierarchy that requires people to move out, you sit on the careers of a large number of people. You cause massive amounts of frustration and loss of morale. A lot of generals have retired while they were waiting for command responsibilities. So changing them is good for morale, is good for the military. So it's not entirely a bad thing. You ask a very serious question. The only way you know whether the change itself is being positive or is just simply a change of buttons. Same people who are in the military have not assumed responsibility. There are no changes in the standards of conduct. There are no changes. There are no dramatic reversal of fortunes of Nigerians. We are not fighting Boko Haram better. We are not pushing them back further. The military is not achieving goals and successes in areas where they are engaged in many parts of the country. The only way you do that is by giving the president the time to see. But it is time for Nigerians to say, Mr. President, you've now changed service chiefs. This should not be a cosmetic change. It must deliver results. We need to do something seriously about Boko Haram. We've been fighting this same insurgency for 10 years. Let me remind you, 6 out of those 10 years were under President Buhari. And President Buhari came to power on the back of his commitment to fight Boko Haram. Boko Haram is more potent today than it was. It's sitting on a huge part of Nigeria, on a huge number of our citizens. And it's a major threat. And our military is not winning this war. It's not winning this war, and that means Boko Haram is winning the war. Now it's the military that is fighting. Something is wrong. And if these service chiefs can't fix that, then of what value is changing them?